Good day, peace and love, everyone. This is Afuro Jungle. Yes, you say the whole thing like a Tribe Called Quest. I felt like saying that. I ain't gonna But today, it's a little late as I record this. But today, I just really felt like putting out a video about the experience of Freeform Locs. Now, this video is intended, really anybody could see this, but this is especially intended towards ones that are considering starting their lock process, lock journey. If you had any thoughts or any ideas on it, any consideration, maybe you're in the early stages, maybe you might be advanced, you might be far in within your journey, right? And I'm just gonna share some pieces and parts of what it's been like for me starting this lock journey. A lot of people ask me, hey, when did you start? A lot of people ask me about my religious beliefs, you know, due to my crown, due to my hair and my parents. I get all types of questions throughout just being out. And honestly, when it comes to your reasoning as to why you grow out your crown, why you grow out your locks, honestly, the reasonings can vary for every and anyone. You know, sometimes you don't even really, it doesn't even really gotta be a reason. You know, like, you just did it just because you felt like it. You know what I mean? Like, but for some people, it might be profound. And me, personally, I'm more so in between, like, the physicality of it as well as the spirituality behind it. I'm more so in between because it's like, because it's both sides to it. Like, okay, yeah, like, I like the look, and I appreciate the spirituality connected to it as well. And the as far as the sensitivity, as far as the growth, the overall just prowess behind it, that you can get into and find within this journey as well, right? The thing about that, though, like, okay, there's a scale to it as well, because and people see that, right? You got different figures of authority. You have figures of what can you call them? Well, we know authority is one. Like, we can start with that. You're gonna have figures, beings, in a certain echelon of power that is gonna attempt and try and overthrow you, try to diminish you, your power. They're gonna do whatever they can to bring you down. And this is something not only that I've experienced, but also speaking with people with big locks like mine that also shared these experiences experiences as well. And here's the thing, I've actually met people where police would actually pull their hair, pull their locks out. Like, I've met several people with this experience. And even so, like, even within my personal experience, I've had authority figures try to damn near manhandle me. They ain't pull on my hair, but shit, like, I see how it happens, though. So, and the thing is, like, when it's a presence that you're gonna give off, like, whether you want to or not, whether, like, you're gonna give off a certain presence of, and a lot of times, I'm gonna just say it like this, a lot of times, that presence can be intimidating to certain people. That's why people feel like people are gonna see you, like, you're walking. And also, I'm gonna say this, it depends on how you view it, but, like, this is what I'm told, and this is what I can perceive as well, right? So you're stepping into a certain power, you're stepping into a certain energy when you just get to this extent. I'm gonna just say it like that. When you get to this extent, and certain people are seeing that and are going to be intimidated, maybe even in fear. And so this is why you have these authority figures that are overstepping, that are afraid, and so they use very aggressive and very violent tactics. Now, it's not to say, oh, you got Freeform Locs, you finna be a target. Not necessarily. It's just a matter of the energy that you carry. Because it's the thing, like, it's the reason why it's called dreadlocks. Dread is synonymous to fear. Well, who's in fear of your locks? It's not you that's in fear. You're not scared of your own locks. Somebody is afraid of your power. And so they want to take you down before you can take them down. Or even so, they take you down, or they attempt to take you down, you know, so that they don't even have to, just with the uncertain, it's all fear. It's all based on fear. And so it's more so a game of, okay, I'm gonna get you first. I don't know what you're capable of, so I'm gonna just throw in my shots because I don't know what you're capable of. That's what I'm getting. That's what I get from that dynamic. All right. Another thing, but not everybody is gonna understand it. Not everybody's gonna understand the journey, and it's not theirs to understand. It's all, do it for you. Do it for you. Because otherwise, it's not gonna last. If you're considering society's opinions, you're considering opinions that aren't yours, it's not gonna last. Or maybe not only that, you likely won't be pleased either with the outcome or the entire process. You know what I mean? But like I said, like, everybody's gonna have their own reasoning as to why they're on their journey. So it's like, okay, you know, even if you don't embark on it for a while, it's cool. Like, as long as it's what you wanted to do, and you're pleased with your experience and your outcome. I don't like this fly flying around. But yeah, that's what I would say. But one thing I could say, and I was gonna speak on this sooner, but look, I've had so many encounters just solely off of just me growing my hair out, me having these locks, like all of the different types of people that I got to meet and experience, just going about my day, you know. I've made friendships, like, just starting off of just a compliment or question, whatever, about my locks. Like, things like that can just form relationships, you know. And I'm just reflecting on it, like, damn, like, all of it just, it's like a domino almost. It's like, okay, because then you have this encounter, and then it leads on to this, to this, to this, to this. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, it wouldn't have happened if it wouldn't have started, this effect wouldn't have started if it wasn't for this. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it can be cool. I mean, it really just depends. It varies on the energy, honestly. Because then it's like, not all attention is good attention. And it's like, I'm not really that type of person where it's like, I don't seek attention. I don't really like attention on me. But that's like, I know that things that are just out of norm, it generally sparks attention. You know what I mean? Things that are just out of norm, and you know, not generalizes. I know this hairstyle, the thing is, it comes with, you know, it's something that you don't really see often, especially the way how it forms and patterns and things like that. It's not something that you're gonna always see often. So yes, you're gonna get some form of attention. You're gonna get eyes. It's like, you know, in the beginning I described it as like an elephant in a room, sort of felt like. And yeah, get ready for that. Get ready for that. Unless you wear like scarves or wraps, you know, if you're somebody that you don't really like attention, confrontation, things of that nature, I wouldn't say it's not for you. I mean, you can still do it, but, you know, if you don't, but at the same time, like, if you're trying to avoid that, though, you know, you can definitely get like a lock cap, scarf. You can wear that from time to time, or I don't know, because it's just some things. I think that's one of the big things, the attention. And just people just talking to you, like, because I've had a lot of encounters like that. And like I said, not all attention is good attention. So I'ma just keep that in mind. Like, you gotta be wary and discerning of the type of people. I mean, like, yeah, like, you're gonna have people they might shoot you a compliment and whatnot, and then you might have other experiences, but yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But you feel me? There's different levels to attention, so I just want you to be aware of that. Because it's all types of people that you're gonna come across, because it is. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, but it's two sides to it, though. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as who you encounter, and that's another thing. I'm gonna say. This is like a low-key, like a signature in a way. This can be like your signature to your vessel. And the thing is, I feel like, because once you have these locks that are non-traditional, right? I feel like it's gonna make you more so, like, it's gonna make your appearance much more memorable. Like, everybody's gonna know you because of that, or memorize you, or memorize you, or memorize you, notice you, due to the locks. Like, oh, that's the girl with the big locks, or that's the guy with the big locks. Oh yeah. Like, yeah, you finna have a memorable appearance. And that's another thing that I personally experienced. Now, this, I can't speak for everybody, but at one point, people would just come up to me like, yo, I remember you. Oh, no. And I don't be knowing. I be confused. You feel me? Like, I don't be knowing what be going on. Like, sometimes, like, yeah, like, it happens. And it definitely comes to that. You're definitely going to be much more memorable. Moving on though. Do it for you. Do it because you want to. And not just because you saw someone else do it. And it's okay to be inspired. But, like, it's great to be inspired. But do it because it's also what you want as well. Don't come in expecting the outcome to be a certain way. Don't have any expectations, basically, is what I'm saying. As far as how it forms, either. Because you never know. I mean, you can, as far as, like, expecting it to look like this one person, because I don't think anybody's Freeform Locs looks exactly the same. Maybe unless you crocheted it and what's that word? Separated it? Not broke it up, but like, is that the right word? Separate at the scalp and crochet. Otherwise, it's really hard. That's what makes it memorable, because it's like only you have this blueprint. Only you have this type of form. So I think that's one of the coolest, to me, that's one of the coolest things about freeforming. I just like looking like me. Like, I don't know. Something about being yourself is just like, it just hit. Like, but, yeah, over time, I would definitely say over time, it does get more intense in a way. But one thing that I could say when I started off, I remember my sensitivity increasing as far as environmentally and like on a sensual level, right? So I could like sense, like my senses like sharpened. I'm not saying, I mean, this is just what I picked up on. I'm not saying this is the case for everybody, but it's just for me. But I find that like just growing my hair out, it really increased my sensitivity, my environmental senses has increased ever since. And what that was like for me, it's really hard to explain certain things that you just feel, or it's really hard to put into words, but like it's just a thing that just happens, that just exists, that you just pick up on. So I would say to best simply put it, more so like an awareness, attune, you know, that you pick up on and it just gets sharper. That's the best way I can put it in short. And yeah, but the physicality aspect of it, back tying to what I was saying earlier, you know, you got the physicality of locks, and then you got the spirituality of locks. And then a part of what I was saying with the dreads, like, you see a lot of people misconceptualize the term dreadlocks, you know, like they think that it was it's like a colonized term to tied to fear, a colonized term tied to fear, and that's not the case. It's really history tied to it, rooted in it. And I recommend everybody just do research on. But yeah. I've had thoughts of not starting over, but taking it out, but I just can't. Like, I can't bring it in me to take it out. Like, this, I said this before, this is my greatest set. Before this set, I had a previous set of, it was like semi-freeform. It was, but I did get it twisted. Before, they were much thinner and more locks. And that was a really cool set too. But it wasn't initially what I was going for, like this. And this is what I've always wanted my hair to be like. This is what I've always initialized. And not everyone is gonna understand. But it's not their journey to understand. But I can't bring myself to take it out though. Like, at this point, I'm at a point where it's not even about the look. It's not even about the length, the look. Like, it's a part of it, but it's not everything. I just haven't felt, you know what made me cut the previous ones out? I haven't felt like a weighted energy with these locks. Like, the previous set, I just felt like a weight was just on my head. Even though those locks were much shorter in length, and I even had them for less time. It was only like a year. I only had them for like a year. And yet I felt this just burden on my crown. These locks, despite what I've been through, despite, you know, the duration of the time it's been, like, I haven't really felt that feeling. I haven't felt that urge, like, yo, these locks are holding me down, weighing me back. I haven't felt that. It's just something about this set, the Freeforms, like, it just hits so different. But at the same time, you finna be a target, though. You finna be... Your family's gonna go against you. Parts and pieces of society is against you. Oh, don't get me started. Oh, man. Don't get me started with the workforce. And if you plan on staying down with the workforce, forget it. Forget it. It does not matter how greatly skilled you are in your field. Employers see this, or certain, honestly, bro, and this isn't everybody. That's the thing. Like, not everybody's like this, but a lot of them is like this. And the thing is, for me, I'm not even, like, when I started, I considered these things, but I'm not pressed on this. You know what I mean? Like, I knew for a fact that I don't plan on being in the workforce long term. So I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna still go on with this journey, with this process. You know, so if you're somebody, you plan on being in the workforce long term wise, like, you gotta get it how you get it. You gotta make bread, or you gotta have sun coming in outside of the workforce with this. I'm just keeping it a bug. I'm keeping it a bug. Like, yes, expect this. And I carried on because I knew I wasn't staying in the workforce long term. But if you don't feel that way, that's not really your goal or plan, then I wouldn't need, honestly, it's hard for me to say don't do it, because honestly, if you want to do it, go ahead. Like, I don't be telling people what to do, but I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there, though, you know what I mean? But, like, as far as getting around it, like, what I did, I would wear a lock cap in the environment. Well, I was around food, so I would wear a lock cap or wear a scarf or whatever. You know what I mean? But as far as just being out like that, yeah, certain people are, not everybody, but yeah, certain people are judging you, they're critiquing you, criticizing you, saying all crazy stuff about you, not saying it directly to you. Yes, like, it happens. It happens. I told y'all that one story. Excuse me. Excuse me. I told y'all that one story in one of my videos where, okay, so the initial manager, this lady, she thought I was a great candidate, perfect, skilled, all that good stuff, right? Then she got fired. Then the assistant manager got the higher position. But that's the thing. Oh man, I'm gonna just say it quick. But look, I already knew his opinion about me before I even got hired, because it was told to me, right? So I already knew his initial opinion about me was to not hire me due to my hair, due to my. He's like, oh yeah, but she got locks, she got dreads. I don't know what he said, but something along those lines. Oh, she got dreads, she got locks, and but that wasn't stopping the initial minute. She saw me for me. She saw me for my skills, whatever skills I had, whatever personality, even my appearance. Like, this does not take away from my entire appearance. It's a part of my appearance, nigga. This is not everything, though. You understand? But not everybody can see that thing. See, like, people's minds be just... We're dealing with limited minds within this realm. So it's like, okay, some people, they're not gonna see what you see, or they're not gonna understand or grasp it, or have the capability to conceptualize and grasp what is going on, and or even just how to properly judge another human being farther than the extent of external appearance. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's, you feel me? And that's the thing, like, who wants to actually go through that shit? You know what I mean? Like, I'm a rebel. So it's only so much that you can take. It's only so much that you're gonna be able to take and accept. And so yeah, definitely expect that within the workforce. Being judged and critiqued due to your hair. What else? Honestly, yeah, I plan on staying down with this. I do have a loctician, but she be ghosting me, so she be disappearing sometimes, but I gotta catch her when I catch her. But also, you can definitely invest in maintenance. It's not a bad idea either. If you ever have, maybe you had locks fall out, or maybe you want it tighter. Oh yeah, because they're technically, yes, there is a form of maintenance retwist thing that you could do with Freeform Locs. But instead of like the rolling or the comb twisting coils and stuff like that, instead of that, it'll be more so like crochet. The crocheting like the hairs together if it ever like splits at the root. It's a whole science. Like, she really broke it down. Like, she got it down to the, not even science, but like, I guess science. Like, she broke it down to the T, like, as far as why hair behaves the way it does, like, or locks specifically. Like, yeah, she's really great at what she does. But that's also a thing as well. You know, there is a way you can upkeep, maintain freeforms as well. You can even learn it yourself. But yeah, I think the coolest part, to me, I would say the coolest part was my hair changing color. Yeah, yeah, my hair is like a golden type brown a little bit. It's like brownish, like a bronze a little bit. And basically what I do for that, I like to sit in the sun. And you literally turn Super Saiyan just sitting in the sun. How you think they be writing this stuff? Like, how you think they be writing this stuff? Come on. But yeah, you sit in the sun, your hair pretty much changes colors, natural dye. Oh, this is also the healthiest my hair has ever been. The thing is, okay, here's the thing. So prior to my first set of locks, I've had my hair was detangled and out. And the thing about your hair being detangled and out, right? For me, I've had the length. I just didn't have the health. You know, like I've had really long hair, detangled hair growing up. Like, go like all the way to my chest or so. And the thing about that, as far as the health part, I would get doobies. I would get taken to get doobies every like 2 weeks for like what, 3-4 years. Like almost every 2 weeks, or about, not almost, but about every 2 weeks, I'm going to get doobies, and they're like literally cooking my hair, frying my hair. So I pretty much lost like majority of my curl pattern. The only curl pattern I had was probably like the new growth. But then it's like at the time I wasn't really eating. This is when I was eating like standard American. So it's like my hair didn't really grow. I mean, okay, like I had the length, but it's like, okay, it's still gonna take some time, especially like when you live in a certain way, you have a certain lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna take some. It was delayed. Like the growth was more delayed due to my lifestyle. All right, so like whatever new growth I could get, like that was it. Like, yeah. And so yeah, it eventually got to a point I was like, yo, like I want to lock my hair up. Nobody in my family, even friends, like I ain't know nobody with locks. I'm like, I want this. I'm getting this next. So that's when I cut it all off. That's when I chopped it all off. And hence Afuro. That's when I had Afuro. And then from there, that's when I locked it. You can't really lock your hair with damaged locks either. And it's like when you try to twist it or coil it, it's just gonna be straight and it's not gonna coil. It's just gonna be straight hair and dry, and it's just not gonna do what it's supposed to do. So like I had no choice but to chop it off. So in that case, I had the hair length, just didn't have the texture and health. But I've always said I'd rather have short hair, because people was criticizing me at that, like, because I'm cutting off dead hair. People was criticizing me. They're like, why would you do that? All that hair, yeah. I'm like, that hair was, if it was dead, it was nothing. Dead hair is nothing. Why the heck would I hold on to that? Why should I hold on to that? For my ego? Just to walk around and say, oh, I got long hair. No. What's the point in this? Like, I can't do nothing with it. I can't, like, wear my hair out the way how I want to wear it out. I can't wear it out the way how I want to wear it out. I gotta like do braids. I gotta do like braid outs, or I gotta, I don't know, tie it back or tie it up, because my actual pattern is fried. It's fried. Like, you get what I'm saying? So either way, like, this had to happen. I'm not holding on to dead hair. So when I started my locks, my hair is completely healthy, no heat damage, and it's growing. Oh, that's another thing, because once you cut all that dead hair out, your hair just, it just blooms, just blossoms. And then honestly, that's the amazing part. Like, everything just fell into line. I'm like a teen. I'm like older adolescents at this time. So for me, everything pretty much just fell into place. I'm excited saying this. It's like, just reflecting on this. But everything pretty much fell into place because it's like that's when I started eating cleaner. Started taking out these sluggish foods and processed foods and junk, stuff like that. I cut all that stuff out. So my hair just grew like crazy. That's my only thing, and I be saying this, like, I be having conversations about that. I be like, yo, like, I wish I could have experienced my detangled hair, like, in its healthy state, because like, last time I remember my hair being detangled and healthy, that's when I was really little. But honestly, it's hard to say, because it's like, it's hard to say, because even when I was little, like, I remember, like, a lot of time, my hair was braided a lot of time. And my mom usually my mom, like, cornrow it, or, like, my natural hair, or do twist with the barrettes and stuff. Or maybe, like, a ponytail or something. So it's hard to say, like, what your hair was really like, when it's like I ain't really have a chance to style it myself, or I don't know, mess around with it much, you know what I mean? Because it's like, at that point, I started getting a little older, and then it wasn't just her, but, you know, just family members, adult figures, they would just bring me to the shop. They just started bringing me to the shop to get the doobies and stuff. And those are cool, but, like, just to go that often is very toxic to your hair. Like, to go that often for that long, and yeah, so I pretty much took that out. Took out that dead hair. And locks, since I've started locks, my lock journey, this has been hands down the healthiest, the healthiest that my hair has been. And I love being able to just get up and go, but I learned that you don't want to, just don't let your hair be dry. Don't get up and go and your hair is dry. Always hydrate with at least some water. At least put water in it. If you're not gonna put, you feel me? Like, before you leave the house, like, don't leave your hair, like, cotton dry. That's it for the maintenance part. I said this in one of my older videos, but I think that's the coolest part, though. I know I said that's a lot of cool things about it, but okay. So as far as what I was saying earlier, with the attention and the business, it's cool. Like, it's really cool. Like, I like experiencing and meeting new people, but like, I just don't like I don't like meeting fake people, though. Like, or people with maybe alternative intentions, or people that are just self-absorbed. You really don't. That's the thing. You just don't know. I'm very like, very being thoughtful on this topic, on this scenario, because it's really tricky. That's the thing. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's very tricky in a way where it's like, like, you don't know what you're dealing with, like the energies that you're coming across. Like, I can walk out this car and somebody can literally approach me right now, like, but it can start off like, yo, your locks, oh, look, oh, yeah. You know what I mean? But it's tricky. Like, I want y'all to be safe out here. Like, some people, you just don't know what people be thinking, like, when they're speaking to you, when they're like, cause that's the thing. Like, somebody could be saying one thing, but it's like their mind is somewhere else. It's like their motive is somewhere else. I don't know if y'all had experiences like that, but I know for sure that I have. And it's like, I don't always like just solely take people's word. You know what I mean? That's just only if the conversation gets extensive. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about like, oh, somebody's just gonna, like I said, only if the conversation gets, if it extends into a conversation. You know what I mean? But you don't always have to engage either. You know what I mean? You don't always have to engage either. Right? But it got to a point where it's like, now I could just pick up like what this finna be about. You know what I mean? Like, I can pick up on things now, like, much better, much greater than before. But yeah, that's what it's gonna come with. I think that's one of the big things for me. Do I recommend Freeform Locs? I think only if you want to do it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought, because at first, I think it looks, me personally, I think it looks so dope. Like, I love seeing freeforms, especially on women, because I don't think we see that very often. Now I'm trying to think of any woman that I know. That I personally know, I don't think I can name any, but honestly, do it. I'm gonna say this again. Do it because you want to. Do it for you. Like, because you actually want to do it. Otherwise, it's like, it's gonna be a very short-lived moment. And I don't know, I know some people don't like to, quote, waste time. I'm just saying, like, if you don't want to waste your time, you don't want to waste, you don't feel like restarting, doing something just to start over again, this is for you. You know what I mean? Do it because you actually want to do it. Because this is something that's, like, you win it. Like, once you win, you win. And then it's like freeforms. I could imagine it being different to even just untangle and unravel. Like, a lot of people I see that when they take them out, they just chop it off. Like, that's what I be seeing more recently, or in recent time. A lot of people just be cutting their locks off now. I ain't gonna lie, I'm like that too. Like, when it comes to just taking out when it comes to just taking the process of taking out locks, like, what? My first set, I'm like, I'm not combing, because somebody was recommending it, like comb it out. I'm like, I'm not doing that. But honestly, like, twisted, I feel like, I don't know, I can't, it's hard to say, because I never combed out locks before. But I don't know, because in my mind, okay, like right here, this is like about 10 locks. Hold on, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No way I got 8 locks, bruh. No way. Wow. Somebody, and it's crazy, somebody was looking at my head. This guy, he's like off the dome, he just counted 7 locks. He said 7. I did count my locks before. I forgot, I guess. But because the thing is, I have these baby locks, but I'm not about to count these little baby locks. I could, but I'm not really about to count these. Even though I can, like, these are my little babies. But look, that's really symbolic, by the way, because if I this is the fact that I just counted the number 8. That's very symbolic to me. But honestly, that's a whole nother subject. Like, if this video was like a different subject, I'll go into depth. I could, though. Yeah, I'm thinking about it, but I want to keep this about locks. So. That just got me a little feeling a certain way. But look, I think I'm gonna end it right here. This is almost an hour long. I've been just talking. Honestly, I'm not even gonna chop it up. I do want to start chopping up my future videos again. Like, I want to get back to chopping and editing and stuff. But recently, I've just been putting out these videos of just me. I just want to talk straight up to the camera. I want to get more comfortable with just speaking and just flowing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just taking less pauses and breaks and just going just straight off the dome, straight off the vocal. So that's pretty much what I'm on right now. I know these videos is not about to look, and it's not gonna sound perfect, because I'm not really striving for perfectionism. Like, I'm just being me. I'm just expressing myself, expressing my word, my message, what I gotta say. I'm just putting it out. Like, I don't even care to look a certain way anymore. Like, I'm not trying to look a certain way. I'm just putting it out. That's it. I'm just putting it out. I'm just putting myself out. So that's really what it is, you know. That's why my recent videos look this way. And eventually I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better within my speech. Yeah, I'm about to get more into depth and as to how I'm gonna get better. But look, I'm gonna just say, like, I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm gonna get better at my speech. And I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody for watching. If you made it to the end, let me know if you made it to the end. I don't know. This thing an hour long. I've been talking, but hopefully I ain't get too off track, or I ain't get off theme. I believe I did my best to state the key components, key parts. if I'm not mistaken, I started off what it's like, the Freeform Experience. Should you get into it? Do I recommend? That's pretty much what this video is revolving around. And if you found this to be insightful, let me know in the comments. If you found this to be insightful, if you have anything that you want to share from within your experience, are you freeforming? Do you want to start? Let me know that in the comments. And why? How you feel about it? You like how it looks? Do you like what it symbolizes? Let me know. Let me know. And yeah, but you've been watching Afuro Jungle. You say the whole thing like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing like a pimp named Slipback. I'm playing. But until then, I'll see you when I see you on the next one. Leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumb bell. And I thank you for tuning in. Peace and love.